So good morning, afternoon, and evening once again. My name is Lina Gumba. I'm a member of the Takwimu Secretariat program, and I play the role of being the second chairman of the program. And I want to welcome you to this particular meeting, and I'll be your moderator for this particular meeting. So I'm really delighted to welcome you to today's meeting on the Takwimu Young African Statisticians program. We have learned an exciting experience before, and I know we have taken some time before joining or meeting again, and it's quite exciting to have you here with us. So we have quite activities for today with engaging presentation from our esteemed speakers who give us the progress of the Takwimu strategic plan and the launch of the new initiatives, including newsletter and a website we are going to be launching. We'll also dive into important discussions on the GIS capacity building opportunities and explore more on how demography and social statistics section can further our community. Before we start, I would like to give us some housekeeping logistics. First, we do encourage that if you encounter any technical issues during today's discussion, please let us know in the chat and our team will be able to assist you. We also appreciate your patience, especially in the delays due to the internet connectivity we may be having. Second, I invite you to actively participate in our discussion by sharing any questions or comments in the chat. And one of the panelists will be going through the chat window. Please do type your message in the chat box. You can also ask for the floor to share for the country experience and ask us questions at the time for that particular time is open. And finally, do remember that this webinar is being recorded and the recording will be shared on the events webpage with the presentation. Now, I would like to introduce the first speaker, who is Mr. Timothy Joseph. We apologize that Oliver Chiganya was not able to make it for this particular meeting, but we have able Mr. Joseph, who is the Chief of Section in charge of the Statistical Development, Data Innovation, and Outreach at UNECA, who's going to give the officially open this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. Good.
Yes, we can hear.
All right. So I'm standing on behalf of Mr. Oliver Shingania, the director of the African Center for Statistics, and he delegated me to deliver this remark on his behalf. And I'm reading. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed young statisticians, it is a profound honor to connect with you today, even if it is through a virtual platform at this gathering of the members of the Takwimu Young African Statisticians. Of course, as the director of the African Center for Statistics of the UNECA, I am deeply passionate about the role that young people like you will play in shaping the future of statistics on our continent. I'm reading on behalf of Mr. Oliver Shingania. Africa is at a crucial moment in his history. We face numerous challenges, from economic disparities to climate change. Yet, within these challenges lies incredible opportunity for growth and innovation. It is you, the young leaders, innovators, and thinkers who will drive the statistical agenda that will inform policies, support sustainable development, and ultimately uplift our communities. The Takwimu Young African Statistician Program was designed with you in mind. It aims to empower you with the skills, knowledge, and network necessary to take the lead on statistical issues that matter most to our continent. By joining this program, you are not just participant, you are ambassadors in a movement that seeks to harness data to influence mindful changes. The benefit of joining the Takwimu program includes, among other, and aside, first, opportunities for exposure, whereby you are available to prospect, to engage in international and continental events, to whereby you are availed, uh, at which you can showcase your work, learn from experts, and share insight with peers from around the world. These platforms not only elevate your profile as an individual professional, but also connect you to global conversations about statistics and development. So this is an opportunity for exposure. You have a capacity building opportunities. These include, among others, participation in workshop and training session designed to enhance your statistical skills and knowledge, preparing you for the challenges ahead, from data analytics, data science to management of innovation project, skills all instrumental in your professional journey. Number three, mentorship opportunities. The Takwimu program offers access to guidance and support from experienced statisticians and professionals who are eager to share their expertise and help you navigate your career paths. A mentor can provide invaluable advice, helping you avoid common pitfalls and guiding you towards success. Number four, networking opportunity. The Takwimu program offers you the space to connect with fellow young statisticians, industry leaders, and organizations, building a network that can open doors and create collaborative projects. Networking is not just about making connection, it's about building relationship that can lead to a partnership and opportunity. Number five, transforming and modernizing African national statistical systems. As the young leaders, innovators, and thinkers on the continent, it is crucial that you are part of a significant movement to modernize the statistical systems in your respective countries, ensuring they are effective, efficient, and capable meeting the needs of the 21st century. Your contribution can help create data systems that are transparent, reliable, and responsive to the needs of the public. I am also thrilled to announce the launch of the Takwimu website and the first edition of the Takwimu newsletter today. These platforms are designed to serve as a valuable resource for all of you. The website provides you the opportunity to join programs for those that are not yet members, as well as provide access to essential information about the program, upcoming events, and a wealth of resources to support your journey in statistics. I encourage you to explore those news platforms. The newsletter will further articulate success stories and insight from young statisticians across the continent. We invite each of you to contribute, share your experience, rich researches, and ideas. Your voice are vital in shaping opportunities these communities is providing to you to work together. I am also excited to highlight the upcoming young African statisticians side events that will take place during the 9th Statistical Commission for Africa, scheduled from 28 October to 1st November 2024. This hybrid event will be an excellent opportunity for you to engage directly with key stakeholders, present your work, and discuss the role of young statisticians in addressing African challenges. I urge you to participate actively and make your voice heard during this significant gathering. Before I conclude my remark, I urge every one of you to consider how you can contribute your time and talent to advance the agenda of the Takwimu program. Your involvement is crucial, not only for your own personal growth, but for the collective success of our statistical communities and nations. Volunteer your time, share your insight, and collaborate with your peers. Together, we can create a powerful force for good. Think of the legacy you can leave. The future of Africa statistical landscape is in your hands. Embrace this opportunity to learn, grow, and lead. The world is watching, and we believe in your potential to make a difference. As you engage with the Takwimu program, remember that you are not alone. You are part of a vibrant community dedicated to advancing the statistical professions in Africa. Together, we can ensure that the voice of young African is heard loud and clear in the corridors of power. Let us together to shape a brighter future through the power of the statistics. I am excited to see how each of you will contribute to this vital mission. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to the incredible impact you can achieve together. Thank you very much. So this was what Mr. Oliver Shinganya would have delivered to you, and I read it very extensively. I want to just add my own and saying this is great opportunities to meet all of you and to exchanges. Please, we are 81 of us connected. I am among the youngest. I can consider myself among the youngest, and we want to move together, and we are encouraging you in that perspective of contributing to the future of Africa. Thank you so much for your attention, and I wish you a very successful deliberation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph, and indeed you're young, and we agree to your comments, and especially the inspiring opening remarks you have made, the 5 key points that you have actually touched on, and I hope each and every member here has heard you. And going forward, we'll continue growing the Takwimu program, and with all these exciting new initiatives being launched and the importance of the mentorship, as you mentioned, for our young statisticians. And just to touch on what you have just highlighted, more of an emphasis is that the issue of the climate change is more of an area of opportunity where we can be able to build. And also, as members are coming here, there's exposure of opportunities where they can still elevate their profiles, and also trying to handling some of the issues that we are facing in the global part. And again, you highlighted the issue of the StatCom that will be coming up. So I hope members here are willing and have some ideas to share. So please be ready to share some of the ideas that we can broaden the whole Takwimu agenda. And as we move forward, please feel free to stay engaged in the chat. Your questions and comments are very much welcome throughout the session, and we'll get to the part where we'll go through the comments and the sessions. Next, our speaker is Mr. Nampo, who is an economist at the IMF and a PhD candidate in quantitative economics with previous experience in monitoring and evaluation and data analysis at the African Development Bank. He is also currently the chairperson of the Takwimu Young African Statisticians Program, and he is going to give us the update of the progress of implementing the 2023 to 2025 strategic plan. Mr. Napo, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Lina, can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Thank you for giving me the floor. welcome all to this webinar. First of all, allow me once again to extend my profound appreciation to the Director of the African Center for Statistics, Mr. Oliver Shinganya, and the whole Takwimu Secretariat for their tireless support to our program. Our appreciation also goes to you, our members, for supporting our effort throughout this journey. My presentation aims to update you on our ongoing activities over the past 2 years that we have been in office, and also to share with you the outlook going forward. Without further ado, let me just go or bring you through this presentation. The first part will be really a recall or a reminder of the strategic orientations of the Takwimu program. And you may recall, for those who are already very engaged with the program, our vision to make the young statisticians the cornerstone of transformation and modernization of the African statistical system, and with a mission to mobilize all our young resources, our young statisticians, to support and contribute to the modernization of our national statistical system in Africa. And to achieve this, these are just reminders of our governance structure, where the program has an executive committee that I have really the honor to lead for these 2 years, and backed by a secretariat at the ECS, and with a whole set of institutions that contributing to the running of the program, notably our valuable NSOs, that our representative secretariat in countries, our statistical elders and representatives for Pan-African institutions. That being said, it's worth reminding that the Takwimu is a flagship program of the African Center for Statistics that is endorsed by the Statistical Commission for Africa and established during the 8th meetings of the StatCom in October 2022. And that is calling for membership across all the variety of statistical fields. So as you can notice, when we mention statistician or statistics, we are not very restricted to the statistics, but the broad range of data professions and fields that turn around statistics. And that's something very notable from us. That is our strength. We are very, very diverse, I will say. So I was saying that the Takwimu program was endorsed by the StatCom in 2022, and our executive committee has been put in place during that time. And for 2 years now, we are endeavoring to run the program, and based on our strategic orientation that is materialized by our strategic plan 2023-2025. And what is in that plan, I will summarize them by our 3 main strategic objectives. The first one being advocacy for youth involvement in statistical affairs. The second strategic objective being the institutionalization of the program at country level. And the third one being providing or supporting capacity building and mentoring for our young statisticians. So based on these strategic objectives, all our action used to turn around these. And that is the first part of my presentation, just trying to recall our strategic orientations and what we are intending to do throughout this program. Now let me share with you what we have been able to achieve for now, and what are the perspectives? In terms of membership, I would say that to date, the Takwimu program registered about 558 members across 40 African countries, 1/3 of them being women. Not really enough, but good to start, I would say. And in terms of our members' involvement in statistical affairs, we can notice that the majority of our members work in statistical affairs in the in the National Statistical System. And for instance, we can notice 33% of them working in NSOs, 11% in public administration, and 10% from the academia and research centers. In terms of engagement in international events and networking, I would say that we have been able to really participate effectively in international conferences and seminars. As an example, can recall that last year, Takwimu members were able to, at least 40 of them were able to attend the 2023 IEAOS conference in Zambia, Livingstone. 9 of them were able to attend the 2023 UN Hackathon. And by the way, a group from Africa won that hackathon, the data science statistical team from Ghana. That's a very good reward for that. And I will also add that through the Takwimu program, the ECS was able to facilitate or accommodate via the UN country offices opportunities for 7 members in South Africa and 12 in Somalia. I will also add that we used to attend all the webinars organized across, either by the ECS or by ISI and so on. And last year, we were happy to celebrate together the 2022 African Statistics Day in partnership with our sister organization, namely the Young African Statistical Association, YASA, the West African one, and 2 national Young Statistical Association from Zambia and Egypt. And also, lastly, the program facilitated opportunity for some members to participate in the ECS project of identifying and preparing big data to help build machine learning models across the continent. In terms of outreach and institutionalization, we are happy to announce that the Takwimu website is out, and we will talk about it later on. We have our 3 main official social platforms that we use to communicate with our members, namely Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. There was a call for membership in Takwimu linked to the NSOs across the continent, and we got some feedback with some representatives appointed from the NSOs. In addition to, as I said, regular participation to meetings and conferences, we also have been able to start a benchmarking exercise with the ISI Young Statisticians Committee, especially for best practice learning and gaining experience from all the extensive experience. And that's a very, very good thing for us. We are still working to achieve more with that. And I will also add that to date, we have been able to provide support for our members, especially for establishing national chapters of the Takwimu program in countries. And for now, we have been able to start with Liberia and Burundi. They are really well advanced. And an upcoming support is foreseen with Namibia. And this is for me the opportunity to call this back and to remind all our members that our ambition at some point is to be able to have national representations in each country, in each African country. And you are those who will really support that, will do that for us, and together to make this program achieve its objectives. And we really count on you for this. And we hope that this webinar and the subsequent ones will really be the occasion for us to discuss all these, the challenges that we can face across the way, and how we can better leverage on this powerful network that we are building. So with regard to the third objective, namely capacity building and mentoring, I started mentioning some of them, but it's always worth noting that there are some research paper writing webinar that was organized in 2023, sorry. Many webinars, and I will just take as example that one, the webinar on the mentoring program that was organized last year as well. Many stats talk organized by the ACS were attended by our members, and that's a very good thing. We learn a lot from that, and we have to continue attending these webinars, these meetings. Another webinar, or that was a workshop actually, regarding data analytics using AIR. Some of our members were selected to benefit from that training, as well as a capacity building workshop on leadership. So these are some opportunities that we are able to put together for the benefit of our members. And let me just tell you that more are still to come. So it's just a start. We have a lot of things in mind, and we really need your inputs as well to make them more relevant, more interesting, more impactful. And we hope that we together we will achieve many, many more. In terms of what is in the plate, what we are expecting to deliver as well for the remaining of the year to start. I will mention the full implementation of the Takwimu flagship mentorship program that you recall Director Oliver mentioned. That's a very key activity of the program. We also we are working to organize a side event during the next StatCom meeting, and that really to help shape the future of this program. So you have your role in this. Further communication is coming to that. We will also endeavor to organize the 2024 African Statistics Day, a very nice way to celebrate our field together. And also with our mandates, supporting more countries in establishing national associations. Sponsor our members' participation to the coming StatCom and also other international events like the ISI conference upcoming next year. We hopefully will get the support needed to facilitate the attendance of our members. Also, a flagship action that we have is the provision of a guideline for our members in terms of establishing national YAS associations, so that by then we should have the guideline ready. It's quite advanced. We are about to finalize it, so that will be sent out so that colleagues can use that in their effort to to operationalize the program in their countries. And last but not least, continue the recruitment process for our members across the continent and in countries where we are not yet represented. That being said, I will conclude by just some food for thoughts, especially regarding our ambition for the program. What's next? What consideration that we should have in mind when going forward with this program? First of all, with regard to the upcoming StatCom side event or meeting, we are required as the program, as the committee, to provide a report, an implementation report to the StatCom that will be presented during that event. And as we already said, find a way to support the many possible of our members to attend that event. We also have to think about broaden the engagement with the UN system, the regional coordination offices for more opportunities, as we did for some. Call our valuable, our NSOs, our national statistical offices to better support the Takwimu program in their countries. And of course, that's another point, to be able to incorporate the Takwimu YAS program activities in the National Statistical Development System and any statistical development framework or plan. And last here, but not least, we really believe this will shape how the Takwimu program is going to move forward. That is fostering innovative projects, innovative research from our members that will really contribute to the development of the African statistical system. And we would like this program to be the framework to attract this kind of project, to provide support, either financial, human, and so on, to these innovative projects that will really shape how our statistical system will develop in the future. And I'll leave all these aspects to your appreciation, to your thoughts. And we really believe that they are the aspects we need to carry forward to make our program more successful, more impactful, and for that impact to be felt deeply underground. I thank you and give you back the floor, dear Lina.
Thank you very much, Chair Mr. Napo, for that great presentation. I think you have made members to ask many questions, and I can see some flowing in the chat, but keep holding them and also keep them coming in. I'll still give you a session where you can ask more questions and we interact from all this presentation. We still have one more presentation. But before I call in Mr. Njagi, I would like also to still remind the participants to be active in the chat, still bring in your questions and feedback so that during the session we can have all these to answer all of them at once. Now, I would like to invite our presenter, that is Mr. Peter Jange, who will be discussing the GIS capacity building for opportunities. And a brief bio about Mr. Jagi is that he is an experienced IT professional specializing in GIS, data analytics, and information systems. He holds an MBA in strategic management and bachelor's in computer science from the University of Nairobi. Currently, he works as an associate GIS officer at the UNECA, that is in Addis, focusing on GIS solutions, data tools, and technical advisory services to support SDGs and Africa Agenda 2063. So we'll hear what Mr. Jage has for us. So Mr. Jage, you may have the floor.
Thank you, moderator. Thank you, Chief Joseph. You can hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you, Chair, again for that detailed presentation and the update. Quite there's some progress there, and thank you, Angela, also for organizing this session. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, participants. I will not take much of your time. I'll try to be as fast as possible and trying to outline opportunities that come with geospatial analysis in the field in which we work. I'm gonna share my presentation. Just Can you see the presentation?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Even now?
No.
Just
It's visible now. You can see your screen. Yes.
presentation, and now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, now I will try to be as quick as possible, try to highlight the opportunities for capacity building in geospatial analysis. But first, I would like to just have mention on the content that I'll be touching on. That is, I'll be doing an introduction, then the tailored opportunities that come within the field of GIS, the partnerships and collaboration that the Takwimu team can have, the training opportunities, and then I'll have a quick summary. Let me first of all touch on GIS is because it's a bit confusing when people hear about geographic information systems. It's not only about mapping. It has a lot of cross-cutting issues because it has quite a number of components. It has its hardware, software, data, methods, and also the people that work with it. It basically consists of powerful tools for capturing, storing, analyzing, and visualizing spatial or geographic data. Now, it helps us also to make quite some informed decisions, insights, such that it can be used for it can be applied across various disciplines like urban planning, environment management, public health, transportation, economics, and all that. So it's good we understand from here that it's a whole spectrum of components, and it is cross-cutting, especially when it comes even to statistics, analytics, and all that. So we'll get much more information about it. Now, going to the specific elements of capacity building, the geospatial analysis, especially for young statisticians like the participants over here, we try to bridge the gap between spatial data analysis and statistical methods. So while the areas that we're going to look at, it will help you know areas in which you can equip yourself with, so that you can be able to apply and get to know all these opportunities that we do have. I will outline several of them to start with before going into some elements of partnership that we do have. Now, we do have the tailored opportunities that come with this. We have the specialized educational programs that include geostatistics courses. These ones we can talk about the universities and institutions that can offer specialized courses in geostatistics and which integrate statistical techniques with spatial data analysis. Also, we do have under specialized education programs, we have multidisciplinary degree programs. In this case, young statisticians can pursue degrees or certifications that combine statistics with GIS, with applied statistics, data science, environment, and things like environment modeling. So it's a bit wide. You can also integrate statistics curriculum, incorporating GIS and spatial data analysis into traditional statistics curriculum, which will equip statisticians with the tools to analyze and visualize spatial data alongside the conventional databases. We do have another tailored opportunities for hands-on training in spatial data analysis. Of course, we have the workshops and boot camps. Those ones are very common right now. And we have the statistical programming for geospatial data, where we use, all these different tools. And we have R, we have Python, and there are many online courses that do offer these free trainings. Then we do have access to software. We have the open source software integration with the GIS tools that we do have. Of course, again, we have R's geospatial packages. We have Python. We also have QGIS, which basically are free. You just need to have the basics of programming, and then you can apply all this. Then we have the geospatial data repositories, providing access to open geospatial data platforms. We have things like platforms like OpenStreetMap, Google Earth, USGS, and all that. Then we have data science and machine learning applications. This is becoming very interesting. We have special machine learning options. We have Python, which is widely being used. We have Esri. Also, we have the big data analysis, where we apply also geospatial tools. Then we have other tailored opportunity, which is internships and real-world application opportunities. We have interdisciplinary internships. You don't have to come from one particular field. You can actually be able to apply all those skills from different backgrounds. And you can apply even public health. You can apply urban planning. You can apply environment management. You can economics. You can be able to integrate all this. Then we have the another one. We have the collaborative projects with the GIS professionals, which provide opportunities for statisticians to collaborate with GIS professionals on multidisciplinary projects where statistical analysis of spatial data is critical. Then we have another additional option, which is research and academic opportunities. Definitely here we have the research projects in spatial statistics. We do have just statistical modeling in research. Then we go on to, then we have the mentorship programs. Mentorship in spatial analysis. We have professional associations like the one that we do have over here, which we are forming. We have International Association for Statistical Computing. We have American Statistical Associations. all these are sources of where you can get all this tailored training. Sorry, I think, yeah, sorry, I think my screen was not moving. Then, so basically, we have the geospatial data. Okay, I mentioned research and academic opportunities, mentorship and networking, spatial analytics. Then we have geospatial data visualization and communication skills. This is where you can be able to work in teams, storytelling with data. Storytelling with data. We have like S3 has a very good platform that we use for storytelling, whereby you can be able to bring different components of GIS. You can bring maps, you can bring satellite imagery, you can bring graphs, and you can be able to explain your story as it comes, and how you can be able, and how you present your data in such a way that it is very easy for anyone to understand, especially at the high level. Then we have the hackathons, competitions and challenges, the geospatial hackathons, the spatial data challenges. And then we have the soft skills and multidisciplinary collaboration. Again, over here, you have the cross-disciplinary collaboration and problem solving and critical thinking. So then, then we have a couple of these are the kind of partnerships and collaboration that we do have currently. We have the UNECA, of course, that is where we are at the moment, which basically from a geospatial perspective, we normally have geospatial development capacity building for different countries in Africa. And also we partner with other organizations as well. And under that, we have very close collaboration with Africa Regional Institute for Geospatial Science and Technology, AfriGIST, which is located in Nigeria. And we have the Regional Center for Mapping of Resources for Development. This is located in Kenya. Then we have another partnership, which is COM. This is outside the auspices of UNECA, but it's important to get more so that whoever is around here, whoever is can have access to the Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs. There is, which basically focuses on support of the network of regional centers for space science and technology education in Africa. There is the African Regional Center for Space Science and Technology Education. This is basically located in Morocco. Then we have Africa Regional Center, another one, which is located in Nigeria. So these are very, very important partnerships, and they help in, especially this focuses on space science, which is part of a lot, it has a lot to do with GIS. Then we have the United Nations Institute for Training and Research, which basically focuses on strengthening capacities in geospatial information for resilience. It has some online training courses. I will share all these links with the presentation once we are done. Then another one is United Nations University Institute for Natural Resources in Africa, which focuses on remote sensing training for improved natural resource management. And then you have the United Nations Satellite Center, which is focuses on image analysis and geospatial information for humanitarian emergencies. I will share all these links so that whoever wants to go in and get more information, you can just go in. And now we have specific targets which are basically which are specific to countries. We have Orbit Africa, which offers some training programs in Kenya. And still also we have Astro Aerial Solutions, a subsidiary of Astro Aviation, which provides drone services. which is an upcoming, which is a very, very hot field right now. Okay, then we have Apollo Agriculture, which employs remote sensing and analytics to provide training and services to smallholder farmers and cooperatives. Going on, we do have some other training programs in different countries. Some of these partner with different organizations. We have in South Africa, we have VoiceMap. We have Amaya Spaces also in Nigeria, if I'm not wrong. In Rwanda, we do have Hehe Labs, founded in Kigali in 2010, which partners with other training organizations, basically training mobile technologies and geolocation. It is even used also for monitoring crops. In Mali, we have Map Action based in Bamako, specializing in geospatial training for mapping environmental issues. Then we have in Tunisia, which is partnering with CDC, working to pilot GIS mapping training for public health laboratory functions in North Africa. CDC is Center for Disease, disease something. Going to online training, we do have quite a number of training options. Apart from the QGIS, the ones that we find online, we have quite a number. S3 offers, it's the one that offers quite detailed training, which most of them are actually free. You can go log in, and they also have a lot of YouTube trainings options. But I've outlined the ones that we thought are important, like going places with spatial analysis. Spatial analysis is a key component when it comes to identifying insights using the various GIS tools. So over here, you learn the fundamentals of spatial data analysis using GIS online. You just need to go register in S3. The links will take you straight from there. I mean, straight to that particular link URL. We have introduction to GIS mapping. This is very cool for especially for the upcoming people who want to visualize the data that basically you have processed and you want to display it on a map or on a chart or anything, combining all those visual components. Then we have fundamentals of GIS. This is very good because it will introduce to various software and data visualization. Moving on, we have another course, geospatial analysis with ArcGIS. We have GIS data formats, design and quality, which explores GIS data formats and quality assurance. Then basically these are the intermediate level. So let me move a bit faster. Of course, we have a very important software, which is ArcGIS Pro. This one enables you to do all this data analysis, buffering, you know, or anything, especially data analysis, network analysis. It will also help you do proximity analysis, create your maps, visualize maps, create story maps, and a lot of all those GIS components. Basically brings everything into one shop. Of course, we have advanced GIS topics. We focus on GIS analysis, which is a bit detailed so that you can be able to make informed decisions, especially things like urban planning, satellite interpretation, remote sensing, also things like environment management and predictions of even things like drought, all that. And then we have artificial intelligence and machine learning. They are deep learning tools with already trained models. So you can even go there and, for example, you can be able to create, if you are doing a census, you can be able to create building footprints such that you can be able to identify the number of houses, the number of the number of houses in a particular enumeration area. In fact, we also have another one such that you can be able to even identify the number of trees. We have another one that you can be able to identify the number of elephants in a particular area. All those are tools that have, tools that have already been, there are models that have already been trained. So you can go there. You just need to install the specific libraries, and then you feed whatever you are feeding, the satellite imagery that you are feeding, and then you can run the tool and you can be able to, to do your analysis. Then I thought these are other links that I found, which are very important. Python for Everyone, cartography, massive or open online courses. There are quite a number of mocks available on this link. Then we have Going Places with Spatial Analysis, imagery in action, how to interpret raster data in GIS applications, how to interpret satellite imagery. And also you can be able to go to European Space Agency, where you can get Sentinel imagery, Landsat, and then you can come and play around in this particular environment, and you can be able to get quite some insights from there. Okay, still, these are more training courses. Environmental analysis, like I've mentioned before. Spatial data science, this one comes with even with big data, exploring the intersection of spatial data science and analytics. Then we have the ArcGIS Pro Basics, ArcGIS Pre-Trained Deep, the one that I just mentioned the previous slide, ArcGIS Pre-Trained Deep Learning Models. So in summary, I'll just say that these examples showcase the growing focus on geospatial training across various sectors in Africa to support sustainable development goals, and also to help national priority areas and national plans. So it is important to use these opportunities. You try and get the skills and experiences so that you can leverage, guys can leverage geospatial analysis to address global challenges and pursuing careers in this growing field. Of course, it has been there for quite some time, but now with these new emerging technologies like big data and artificial intelligence, machine learning, so you can be able, with having gathered the basic technology, you will be able now to leverage with the emerging technologies. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Jagi.
No, I'll just say in case of any question, yes, I'll be ready to respond.
All right. Thank you very much for your presentation and showcasing the opportunities which lie around the GIS. I now come to the session of the Q&A. We have just finalized the presentations, and I'm sure you have all questions. Some of the questions I can see have already been answered in the Q&A, and some are in the chat box. But before I read them out, I just want to remind you that you can key in any question or raise your hand so that I can give you the floor. And to help us address the questions efficiently, please mention who you are targeting to and mention your name, the country you're from, and where the question is being directed to. Now would like to open the floor for any questions. As I try to navigate around the hands. Let me see whether we have any chats that is, I can read out as we wait for people to ask their questions. Just a reminder is that the recordings and the presentations will be shared out, so don't worry about that. I can read one as I wait for comments and questions. One from Bekele, hope I've said your name correctly. They're saying, thank you, Sasir, for a nice presentation. I have one question. Maybe in most Africa countries, adequate training and professional development opportunities lacks, and this leads to skill gaps that affect the quality of data collection, analysis, and interpretation. What is the Takwimu plan in this regard? I guess that is to Sasir. Let me pick another, like about 5 questions before I call in the speakers to say something. I have Ibrahim Maiga. Ibrahim, you may take the floor. Ibrahim, you can hear me? We can let the attendees unmute. You can unmute them so that they can be able to speak. Are we having Ibrahim? Oh, yes, gone. Okay. We can have Ange Marias. Ange Marias.
Lena, just let me request ECA video conferencing to help us unmute the individuals
okay.
that have their hands up, please. Thank you.
Okay. As we are waiting for those who have raised their hands to be unmuted, I can read another question coming from Yves Dusabirema. She's saying that how can we get access to those training and materials, and how to know if we are a member? If not, how to register? I would want Mr. Sasir to answer that. Let's speak more. Yes.
I can see some questions in the chat.
Yes, it's what I'm trying to read. I'm not seeing all of them, but maybe you can take the ones in French.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, I can just go through them and try to respond.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you for your questions and interest. I can see a lot of interest in what we are seeing and doing here, and happy for that. I see a question asking how to participate in Takwimu activity planning process. This is from Ange Marius. And also, is there a short budget to smooth establishment of National YAS Association? So let me just start by explaining or maybe reminding the Takwimu organization. So we have the program that is run under the African Center for Statistics. And the program has an executive committee that I'm the current chairperson of. And the executive committee is in charge of implementing the Takwimu strategy. And currently we have the 2023-2025 strategic plan with its subsequent roadmap that we are currently implementing. So how to participate in that planning process? First is to really be a member. So to register for the program, as most of you have already done. And now being the member of the program allows you to how do I say, to become an executive committee member. Since the executive committee is the one in charge of implementing the program and its activities. So the first level, I would say, is being part of the executive committee, so that you will be running or implementing the strategic plan. But from that, we endeavor to have national representations. And those national representations will have to also implement the strategy at country levels. Normally, the executive committee that we are at the continental level have a coordination role. But underground in countries, the members that are formed in this country are those who really run the program. And that is at country. That's why it's very important to have national representations. And from then, you have the executive committee at regional level. We have the committee at country level. And then as a member, you are regularly consulted by this committee to provide your insights about the program, the activities, and the outlook. So you have these three main ways to participate in the planning process. So like this webinar we are organizing today is intended to be regular, so that the committees come, provide update on what is going on, you provide your feedback, you discuss, and you shape together how things has to go. So that's what I can say with regard to how to participate in the planning process. With regard to the budget, we really have to be aware that the Takwimu program is completely a voluntary program. The participation is really voluntary. So we do not have per se any budget that is used to run this program. We are just devoting our time, our energy to support the development of statistics through our young people. So this is the first thing to know. At the ECS, they are really doing their best to provide all support that is needed to run the program. But we should have in mind that really all our efforts have to come from ourselves. So at some point, we maybe will need to provide these resources ourselves for the program to run effectively. And of course, we get that support from the ECS. We have some support from partners, but really these support at this moment at least are really targeted. So when it comes to running the program at the country level, this is a continuous reflection, a continuous discussion that we will need to have to see how effectively to fund these activities, either at continental and at country level. And in our efforts on that, we have worked to prepare some resource mobilization strategy and for some activities. And this is the way that things will run. So this is not something really definite. It's really an ongoing process. And we need all of you, your thoughts, your suggestions to see how best to fund this program. Okay, there is a question. Maybe Nina, the question that are in French, I think I will respond in French so that
okay.
Yeah, those who ask should be, I make sure that they get my feedback. There's a question, I see if there is a Takwimu program in Burkina Faso. Donc, par rapport à la question, s'il y a le programme Takwimu, pour le moment, le programme on ne peut pas dire que le programme est dans un pays donné actuellement. Comme je l'avais dit dans la présentation, nous sommes dans ce processus-là de soutenir les initiatives au niveau pays pour pouvoir mettre en place le programme. Et comme je l'ai dit, nous avons déjà commencé avec le Libéria et le Burundi, qui sont assez avancés, qui sont actuellement dans ce processus-là. Nous avons planifié aussi un début de consultation avec la Namibie. Et donc, nous avons véritablement besoin de vous qui êtes dans les pays de pouvoir nous aider à mettre en place ce programme-là au niveau national. Et pour M. Nabaloum Karim, je pense que ce serait une bonne opportunité pour vous de prendre l'initiative pour pouvoir rassembler les jeunes statisticiens qui sont dans le pays. Et ensemble, nous allons pouvoir mettre en place ce programme-là au niveau du Burkina Faso. Donc, nous comptons beaucoup sur vous. Nous avons vraiment besoin de vous, les membres, pour pouvoir réussir cela. Parce que ce n'est qu'au niveau pays qu'on peut véritablement avoir de l'impact. Et donc, c'est un point très important. Merci pour la question. Okay, there is a question asking the main objective and what is Takwimu stands for. Yeah, I acknowledge the question. Just referring you to our new website where you will find all information regarding the program. Okay, so feel free and to go there. The link will be shared with you. Okay, with regard to Bekele's question about capacity building, yeah, okay, yeah, that's a great point, and I would say that's why in the strategy plan we have a whole strategic objective devoted to capacity building and mentoring, and there see that we have some actions, and the main point is to be able to provide these capacity building opportunities to our members. And we already started, there were some training, some workshops that took place, and it's intended to continue. So indeed, we need you as our members, we need your support in being able to shape how best to fit these opportunities to our needs. And this is a continued effort that we'll do. And this will certainly be part of our upcoming StatCom event to discuss and see how better we can shape all these skills gap that we have, all these opportunities that we can get, and how to make sure that these opportunities fit well under the gaps that we have on the continent. So thank you for the question. I really believe we'll meet very soon and discuss all these aspects. Lina, I don't know if there is another. Yes, sorry. There's one here that I need to. Okay, a question from Masaga. So to know if economics are part of the statisticians network. Of course, as I said during the presentation, Monsieur Masaga, comme je l'ai dit durant la présentation, le thème statistique n'est pas un thème très restreint aux statisticiens comme on le connaît. C'est vraiment toute la chaîne des données, toute la chaîne des professionnels de données qui est intégrée dans ce programme-là, y compris les économistes, les data scientists, les démographes, voilà, les spécialistes de la santé publique, toutes ces professions qui travaillent avec les données, qui font partie de la chaîne, voilà, de production des données, sont les bienvenus dans ce programme des jeunes statisticiens. So, Lina, other questions?
Angela was to confirm whether we can still unmute participants. I don't know whether it's possible for this. because most of the questions have cut across.
Yes, we can unmute them, but I need to raise their hands, then I will give them a mic.
We have some who have raised their hands. I don't know whether you can see them. We have Technospark. Are you able to unmute them?
Yes. Johnston, you can speak. Please unmute your mic.
Technospark, are you able to talk? Technospark? I don't know the name. I think it's coming as that.
The person disappeared.
We have Poipoi's hand up also. Either Poipoi or Ibrahim Maiga, you can come in if you're able to talk.
Ibrahim, please unmute your mic.
Mr. Maiga, can you unmute your mic and ask your question?
Bonjour.
Hello.
Vous me recevez? Bonjour.
Bonjour, Monsieur Maiga.
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Please ask your question. Ibrahim, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, maybe we can take other, I think I can see 3 other hands raised.
We can have Cecilia Punywa. You're able to unmute yourself? Okay, Leonard Katova.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Leonard. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Leonard from Zimbabwe. I found this is good opportunity for us to pursue the career, but I've got only 2 questions. First question is, I'm from the National Statistics, and I understand our national collaboration can go to other government ministries, universities, and so forth. My question is, if given the opportunity, can we include the private sector? This is question number 1. I'm asking about involvement of private sector to YAS. Question number 2, we are saying this is opportunity for youths, but I just want to know the age range or the characteristics of personnel who can join the YAS. I submit.
Thank you very much, Leonard. Maybe we can have one more person and then we can have Cecilia to answer this. Cecilia, are you able to unmute yourself and have the floor?
Yes, Chair. Thank you.
Okay.
So my name is Cecilia Punywa from Kenya. I'm the focal person for YASA in Kenya. And I would just like to say that we are in the process of forming the association in the country. So my question was, if I could request for maybe benchmarking or a meeting with countries, as the president has reported that there are countries which has already been helped or assisted to form the association. I will say as a country, we are at a stage where we would require some assistance on how now to go about informing it. Since we have a statistical association in the country, and I was able to attend one of their executive meetings, and they reported that they will be very happy to have a collaboration with us so that we can have a chapter in that association instead of starting from scratch as a country. So I would like maybe to hear how we can go about that from here. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. We have that. In the interest of time, allow me to take about only 2, and then now we can have Cecilia and the other speakers coming in. We have Lassine Sam. Forgive me if I'm unable to say your name correctly. Lassine, are you able to speak?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Hermé Lassine from Côte d'Ivoire. So I don't have a necessary question. I want to remerciate to you for your courageous.
Hello? I think we have lost you. I think you muted yourself. Can you unmute?
Hello.
Hear you.
Good morning. My name is Hermé Lassine from Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay, I think we lost your question or your comment somehow.
No, I think it's not a question per se.
It's a comment.
Yeah, it was a comment thanking this initiative.
Okay, all right. Then I only have one more hand. Mr. Poipoi, are you able to talk, to unmute yourself, please? Mr. Poipoi, please unmute yourself. All right, I think due to the interest of time, maybe you can write your comment or your concern on the chat, and then we'll be able to come back and respond to you. I would like maybe, Cecile, do you want to take it first before maybe giving Mr. Jaggi to say something?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I think you can also respond as my first vice chairperson. So you have all the the responses, but anyway, just to highlight that, you just feel free to come in if you wish. Okay. So yeah, the question regarding why not just not limit to the NSOs. I say, of course, Takwimu is not only limited to the NSOs. This has to be really clear, please. The NSO plays the role of the secretariat. That's only the only thing we need to really emphasize. But to be member of the program, you can come from anywhere. Either the NSO, either the academia, the private sector, all sectors are welcome to the program. But for a matter of organization, the NSO the NSO plays a coordination role that like it plays in the national statistical system. So it's the same. So the NSO or members from NSO can help coordinate the activities of Takwimu at the country level. But all sectors are welcome. That's what I can say. In terms of age range, let me tell you, when do we say someone is young or not? So what I can respond to you guys that Takwimu do not limit the term young to the age. For us, as much as you are somehow new to statistics, you are a young statistician. So you can come from academia, you can be aged 60, but a new learner to statistics, you are welcome. Okay, so this program is not limited to the age in terms of young statisticians. As much as you are new to statistics, And we can also say, when can we say someone is new? That's really relative. So anyone in the field is welcome to the program. And your role can be determined by other criteria, like age, for example. You can be a senior statistician. You are welcome to the young statistician program because you can provide mentorship. You can provide any kind of support. Lina, anything to add to that?
Okay, thank you, Chair, for that. Maybe I can say something quickly before calling in. I see most of the questions are actually being answered on the chat box and unanswered. Those who we may not answer everything, we'll send in an evaluation form whereby you can still ask your questions over here and we'll give you guidance going forward. Just to touch on something that Ms. Cecilia touched on, she called on countries who are already done the association. There's need of benchmarking with these countries. So for those countries that feel like they are ready to share their experiences in forming the association, please reach out to us and so that we can connect with the other countries who may be interested in benchmarking. I don't want to say much because I can see the time is a bit not on our side. Allow me to call in maybe Mr. Jage to mention 1 or 2 or 3 things. Just to let you know, Mr. Jage, there are so many people who are also interested in all this. I know you said you're going to share the links, but you can also give us a parting shot maybe on the same. Mr. Jage?
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, everybody, for having participated and all the questions that are coming through. We can see them. And like the moderator said, once you get the forms, please try and put everything over there. We shall try to respond in the best way possible. Then I had seen a certain question that somebody was asking, I think it's called Maiga. He was asking that is involved in censuses and how you can do spatial analysis. We have quite a number of tools that you can use for this purpose, especially when you have to make some informed decisions. We have ArcGIS, we have Google Earth, and that you can be able to get quite some insights because with censuses you may want to get other insights like know where to put schools, know where you can put health centers, you get to know how your population is distributed. So spatial analysis is very key. Nowadays, you don't just collect data. You don't just collect census data. You collect it and then try to make meaningful information out of it, because it is also used for planning purposes. It will help even the hospitals. It will help for, urban planning. It will help get to know the population distribution and where you can take the services closer. So that's one of the things I wanted. Then another thing is, well, we do have online trainings. Of course, I'm gonna share that. And sometimes we do have what we call stats talks. Stats talks, these are talks to do with they are statistical, talks on statistics on different topics. It could be it could be AI, it could be management of resources, it could be anything to do with statistics. So again, we try to invite as many people as possible from the National Statistical Offices, from many other ministries, UN agencies. So I would urge, I will, whenever we have one, I'll be sharing with the leadership of YAS so that you can distribute and try to reach as many people as possible so that you can get these insights. It's very important. So, and another thing is, like many participants have asked, how you can get yourself involved into some of these programs. It's very important, even from your own national level, try to have, to network with the academia, try to network with the national statistical offices, try to find out exactly what they are doing, because you realize that sometimes even we may be able to communicate to them at that higher level, but the moment you're involved in what they are doing, then it can really propel you to some space. So that is quite important. And again, once you try to follow on what is coming on what is being updated on the websites, so that you are not left behind. We try to put everything that is happening, and also try to get to know, like I will share also the address for UNECA website. You normally do have all these meetings that take place, like now we'll be having the StatCom, which is coming. Try also to read that material so that you can open your eyes, you get to understand the progress that is happening. I guess that's what I wanted to say. Then again, we can move to the next step. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jageg. And I think you have more or less touched on what is there. But again, I've shared the evaluation form in the chat, which you can use of course, to ask more questions. To share with us, she is having, and she can also touch on some of. So Angela, may have the floor.
All right, thank you very much, Lena.
Angela, can you hear me?
I'm here. Yes, I can hear you, Lena, and thank you so much for giving me the floor. So my task is a simple one. I have just pasted a link to our website, the Takwimu Young African Statisticians website, in the chat, so colleagues are free to click on it and we could go through this together. My task, again, as I mentioned, is simple. What I'm going to do is, because this is part of the launch, we are launching our website today, and we are also launching a first edition of a newsletter. While we are doing this, I know, of course, a lot of questions have come in from colleagues on a range of issues. I'd just like to encourage us to explore or invite us to explore the website, because this is where we will have or will be including answers to a lot of these frequently asked questions, but also a place for you to find resources. Where do I share my screen? Sorry. Okay, share that screen. Oh, just a minute. Just give a minute to share my screen. Thank you. Okay. Okay, sure. I hope you can all see my screen. Just confirm.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
So if you can see my screen, this is our website. I have pasted the link to the website. It is yas.uneca.org. So if you went to that URL, you should be able to come to the website of the Takwimu Yas. This is a landing page, as you can see it, and we do have some tabs that have information about ourselves, membership. I'll be going through some of these tabs pretty quickly, but on the landing page, I have the opportunity to see what the Takwimu is all about, some of our areas of focus. If you'd like to join, you can register. I saw a lot of questions on registration coming through. Please, you register. There is no specific registration number given to you, but you will be in the database. And what that means is, as long as we have your contact information, it will be much easier for you to learn of the upcoming opportunities, to be much easier for you to know what is going on with the YAS. We'll share a newsletter with you if you subscribe for it and the like. Yeah, so you can register. We'll come to that as well under membership. but to let us know that we do have a number or range of resources, and these are relevant resources. And why we are highlighting these particular resources is, first of all, for you to understand where we're coming from as a Takwimu. Because before you even consider being part of something, first of all, know what is the thing all about, okay? And then once you understand, make up your mind on whether then you want to be part of it, having understood. But also understand this from the place of what are you contributing, what are you bringing to the table. I think that is equally an important aspect. When we choose to join, whether associations or societies, know what they're about, and then, yeah, decide whether they align to your values, your principles, your goals as an individual, where your growth aspirations and the like, and then decide to join. Yeah, so we do have some resources. These first two, three are, the first two are actually very important because they are specific to the Takwimu program. So please, I encourage you to read them. They do appear in both French and English. So maybe I should have mentioned that as well. This website is both in French and English for the start. Yeah, so when we perfect things, probably never another language could be added. Yeah, but just to let us know that. So some of the materials, if available already in French, are uploaded as well. So for example, we do have the concept notes that gives you a background of where this program started, how it came about, and why the program, okay? Then we also have details on how the program contributes to existing frameworks, whether at the global level or the regional level, or even the national level. That is very important because we're not doing things haphazardly. We should do something with a goal in mind to have real meaningful impact. Yeah, so we also subscribe to, just like any statisticians or anybody dealing with data, the 10 UN Fundamental Principles of Statistics. We are anchored and guided by a number of regional frameworks, including the strategy for the harmonization of statistics in Africa, the roadmap for transformation and modernization of official statistics in Africa, and several other resources that you can find there. You find them, and I mean, like they are in here, and we'll keep adding more relevant resources. On our website, you'll also find information about our leaders. Takwimu, the Takwimu Young African Statistician Program, is run and led by an executive committee. You have already met the chairman, you have met the first vice chairperson, who's our moderator today, and you meet several other members here on this website. You get to learn their profiles and get to interact with them as well. So there are 5 of them, and just to let you know that these are the people that run this with the support of the Takwimu Secretariat, which sits at the African Center of Statistics. We do have a number of partners, and we also invite several other organizations, entities, individuals that would like to partner with us. As long as you see that your agenda aligns with us, we welcome you and we are ready to collaborate. I did see questions on collaboration in the chat and in the Q&A. So please, we are open to collaboration, and just ensure that we align in terms of what we're all about. So learn what we're all about, look at what you're all about, and let us see where we converge. We'll make good partners as long as at the end of the day, we're having impact on this continent. Yes, so this is a landing page, and very quickly, these are some of the things we have on a landing page. I'd like to quickly come to membership. Some people have been asking questions about how do they become part of this program. Enrolling or registering for the program has been ongoing. It was first put out, if I recall so well, in 2023? Sasiri, you could correct me if I'm wrong. And to date, as already indicated, they are close to 500 members or so. And we still welcome members. But I just need to add a caveat to membership. It is not about joining for the sake of joining. We have expectations from members, and I think as we continue to have these discussions, it will become much more clearer on what we expect from members at the country level. Yeah. So the committee is operating at the regional level at the moment, but if you observed well the structure of governance that we envisage for this program, there is a national level, okay? So in Africa, so far we have 54 countries and would like for there to be a replica of this program within each country and running the same way to have, impact on the ground and not just, something for a handful or a few people. That is the goal. So if you can appreciate this vision that we have and see that we can work together to bring this to fruition, to bring this to a reality, we welcome you to be a member of this program, to participate. Someone was asking about how do we participate in planning. You have opportunity to do this within your country and really make a difference in that space, because that is what we are looking for. Though, of course, serving at the regional level and the global level is also very good, okay? So to be a member, who can be a member, the age, I think Sasiri has responded to these questions. However, you need to register. We need your information in our database. So with the launch of our website, if you clicked here, for example, on register, it will require you to create an account. And what is required is for you to share your email address, create a username, and then enter the captcha, and then you will have an email coming to you to confirm. And then you'll be able to log into this website. And while logging, I'll later come to this, because you can see here we have what we're calling a forum. And here is where we would expect, or we provide a space for people to share ideas, discussing real issues. So when I come to that, I think we'll explain that more, but also probably to let us know. If you already have an account, you can just come to login and then enter your username that you have created, enter your password, you'll be able to log in and then go about especially contributing in the forum. If you forget your password, there is a provision for you to have it reset. So you can either enter your username or email address and thereafter submit, and then it will prompt you to change your password. I hope this is very clear, but this is also equally important because a lot of questions have come up with regard to membership. To let us know, we also have on this website a page for events. This is our current event. We have announced it. And also, as part of our program, we are supposed to talk about our first edition of the newsletter. I'll come to that. But for now, for those that will be looking for updates on upcoming events, upcoming announcements regarding the program, please come to this page. That is where we shall be putting our updates. So look out for them, and we'll be providing them to the extent possible in both English and French. So the newsletter, I think maybe let me also just quickly now touch on the newsletter so that I don't have to come back. So we do have our first version of our first edition or first issue of the newsletter. We call upon you to read it because it does have a lot of information, and I believe also answering a number of the questions that have come up. So please do engage with our newsletter, subscribe for the newsletter if you are interested in receiving subsequent issues. Please subscribe. Reach out to us as well or contact us through our email that is provided if you wish to contribute. If you have any questions, if you have any ideas, if you have any suggestions for improvement, we encourage you to reach out to us. Let us know and let us discuss on how to make this better. At the end of the day, what we are looking for here is one place where we can have materials, we can have links, we can have all these things that we believe would be useful for the young people across the various domains or sectors that they are operating in or working in. All right, so please, I'm not going to open it. I believe if you have taken this link, you should be able to download it, read it. Please enjoy the articles in there, but also plan to contribute to it in every way possible. There is also where you can contact us. I have already mentioned this. You can do this by email, which I think would be the easiest and fastest way, because not all of us sit at our desks at all times. So please utilize the email, and here we basically expect you to give your full name, your email address, the subject of discussion, and then the message that you want to send through. So please give us your feedback, give us your suggestions, once again, I think for emphasis. Last but not least, we have a space, a forum space where we encourage discussion. We want to engage the young people in discussion on topics, on subjects. For example, today we have been exposed to a lot of opportunities on the GIS, okay, geo information. There's too much, and there has been expression of interest from a lot of people. I saw that coming through the questions, through the chat, which is very good. But at the end of this webinar, we will have an evaluation form going out. Please do indicate your, do express your interest, because there is a question specifically on that. But also let us know a little more detail of the level at which you're at. If you recall very well, while Peter was presenting, he made reference to the basic level, the intermediate level, and the advanced level. So if we have to support you in benefiting some of these opportunities, we need to know where exactly you fall, what are your interests, okay? But back to this forum, it is a space where we can have you discuss, or we can discuss various topics in line with our agenda again, because at the end of the day, whatever we are doing should be with a goal to make an impact. And without a doubt, we are the people to bring about that change on our continent, starting with our own countries, starting with our own entities or organizations, whether you're in the private sector or in the academia or in the national statistical system, it really doesn't matter. The point here is to have impact. But the difference here we're trying to make is when we come together, the kind of impact we make is a much bigger one. So we want to see how best to leverage on that. For example, I have put out a question, I had to go first, on transformation and modernization of Africa's current statistical landscape. And I invite you to share your thoughts on this. What is it that we, the young people, can do? And how do we make our thoughts or turn our thoughts and ideas into realities? Yeah, because it is not just about, oh yes, we have these thoughts. They are very good thoughts and we leave them as thoughts. We want to see ourselves moving from the thoughts that we have and turning them to things that actually move the needle, as people usually refer to, whether it is in the SDGs or the Agenda 2063, or even just our national development plans. There is too much going on, or sector development plans. It really doesn't matter. The point is, how do we make a difference? And this is what this program is all about. You can search, you can also follow us. We haven't yet changed the badge to be an X in future, don't worry. But we have our Twitter handle here. We've got our LinkedIn handle. We've got our Facebook link as well, and also the direct link to send us a message or email. Just a quick snippet of the French page. It is just the same as the English page. The difference is that it is in French. So for the colleagues that are more comfortable with the French language, this is where you find some resources and the like, some details, just like we have on the English pages. So for me, I'd like to thank you for listening to me, first of all, but also just encourage you to explore what we are putting out here. This is just a first phase to let us know that we plan to do this in phases. And so there are several other aspects that we will subsequently be adding to this page. And also your contributions in terms of what you want to see, what you want to read, can influence what we do. So please do let this information come through to us, and let us know how we can work together to make a difference on this continent. Yes, maybe quickly just click on the newsletter to give us a snippet of the cover page, maybe, but please download it. It is a whole PDF document, and we've got a range of articles in there, some success stories that we believe could inspire you, but also encourage you to contribute to this newsletter, showcase your work. You know, people are doing a lot of good things, but unless you put them out there, no one will ever know that you're doing them. So we are providing such a space for you. So let us put this to use. We have a message from our chairman or chairperson here. We do have where Takwimu all began from, making reference to a lot of background, the Easy Balos and the other similar initiatives. So you will have a chance to read through this, and please enjoy. Thank you so much. Back to you, Lena.
Thank you very much, Angela, for this. I think this has come at the right time, whereby people thought were asking questions on how to go around, how to join. And I guess with this particular launch, now people are well informed, and now all the ball is up to the members just to go ahead and join and contribute, and let's make this program successful. I don't know whether we have still Mr. Joseph, who could quickly maybe give us some parting shot, some closing remarks. Is he still with us?
I am. I stayed very religiously listening to what young people are discussing among themselves for the future of the statistics in Africa. I am very much interested on this conversation. From my background, where I headed the Association of Statisticians of Burkina Faso to some point, meaning that we need to mobilize people around objectives and also around perspectives. And I'm happy to head the statistical development, and I can't do it without the contribution of young people. So you are the one I should start by, and then amplifying the conversation with heads of NSOs and so on, so that they will not forget that you are there and you are to be empowered. You are also to be mentors and so on and so forth. So we are available, and on behalf of Mr. Oliver Shingania, the youngest among ourselves, so we greet you and we encourage you. As you say, there is no age limit. I do agree. And we salute the commitment of Mr. Oliver Shingania to make sure that the Africa will grow with young initiatives that will really impact on statistical development. I thank you all, and thank you for remaining in good numbers until now, meaning that the conversation is very, very important. And we are ready to support you in all means and all ways. And I congratulate my colleagues, Angela and others that are behind the scene. They are at the back office and making sure that this initiative have a secretarial backup. Thank you, and next time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph, for this. I know we have really extended the timing, and we are now coming to a close of the meeting. I'll just give maybe a minute to see whether Mr. Sasir or Ms. Angela would want to come in and say something before I close the webinar. Ms. Angela, would you want to say something?
Okay.
Half a minute.
Half a minute. Thank you very much, Lena. I am question form, because in there is where you can express interest. So please, if you need us, especially for the GIS, please do let us know through the form. But also to encourage everyone else to give us their feedback. It is important, especially around what it is you'd like us to discuss in the subsequent meetings. We want to meet with you more frequently and understand what it is you're thinking about in terms of how we can make a difference on this continent. And I believe we can do this together. Keep the questions coming. We shall ultimately create a space where we can have frequently asked questions. But also for those that would like to start a Takwimu Yas in your country, do let us know, because we have tried to put together some guidelines, though we are cognizant of the fact that there are certain unique things about certain countries. So would like, that would then require, you know, a country by country basis kind of thing beyond the generic guidelines. Yeah, so I thought I would emphasize those two. Please look out.
We lose Angela?
Yeah, I think so.
We lost her. Okay. Maybe say the last parting shot and then we close the webinar, please.
And I would just like to thank colleagues for joining. Thank you very much. Really, for those who are not yet registered, please go to the website, register so that we get in touch. Very good things are still to come. So, and we need you. We want you to contribute to that. So please stay in touch with us. I've shared our WhatsApp group link to you for those who do not have it. Please join us, register, and then you will get all our future communication. This webinar is the first one. We are intending to have regular meetings, webinar with you, so that we keep engage with you, we keep update you on what is going on, and get your contribution. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Thank you all. I think we have seen the lots of work that we have to do. So let me close the meeting. I want to thank you, and let's continue building on today's discussions as we move forward together. So we may all leave the group at our own pleasure, and thank you and see you soon. Bye-bye.